Go.
Now everybody knows that I love to drink. This one right here is hard to drink because it's so many licorice. He put awesomeness in here. It's called the 7 C's. It's not even on the menu. It's a secret drink. And now him and I are friends, and he's gonna come and hang out with us tonight, maybe. Hey, let's go.
What's up, everybody? It's Neverland Nate coming to you live from the new and almost improved Neverland Nate's Enchanted Tiki Porch. I live down in Claremont, Florida right now, and behind me you can kind of see a silhouette of a palm tree because it is dark out. And this is all the light we have is a candle, so I'm just going to do a seance tonight and then just let you guys all go on your merry way. But first, let me bring in Disney Dave and Skipper Jean.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
What's
everybody.
How we doing?
Nate, you look so spooky.
Ooh.
Is it because you were at Universal Halloween Horror Nights last night? Oh, no, wait, that was Sean.
That was no, I wasn't invited, so I just stayed home.
He's always
I'm
invited.
sure you were invited.
What's happening, Desi?
He's always invited.
So yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. Obviously, we do have a special announcement, but I'm not going to tell you just yet because we want you to stay and watch the show and not just leave after like 30 seconds. So I think we're gonna. What are you guys drinking tonight? Sean, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a Sex on the Beach. It is pretty damn good. Dave, what about you?
I am drinking Scotty's and soda, and
Nice.
yeah, and I'm doing shots in my special edition Glimmer Kitty shot glass that we just got.
I got this new cool
shot glass.
shot glasses.
I'm drinking out of my new Florida shot glass.
Florida. Yeah, it's funny. I got my local band shot glasses tonight because my prep limes are in my Red Dirt Revolution one, and then I got licorice in
all the name drops are going on tonight.
Dave, is that really like a band shot glass?
What's that?
Is your band really on that shot glass?
Yeah.
Why don't I have one yet, Dave?
They just came in a day ago, literally a day ago. They're cute. They are the stainless steel ones, so they don't break at bars.
Nice.
Well, that's
I'm a thinker.
All right, so let's
lose shots. Okay.
Let's do a shot, and then I want to bring in a special guest that we haven't seen in a while, and we have some good news to share with that special guest. All right. So first, let's raise him up.
I'm excited for this one.
Kungaloosh.
Kungaloosh.
What's up, everybody? Cheers.
I'm so damn excited.
Woo. So,
I hope everybody out there in TV land did a shot too.
What's that?
I hope everybody out there in StreamYard land did a shot too.
Yeah, me too. So I want to bring somebody on that we haven't seen in a while. Couldn't tell you, but we do have special sounds for your enjoyment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope boys and girls aren't here. Just ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring to the show the one and only, your pal and mine, from Jelly Roll.
I'm just saying, I can't stand the suspense.
Scotty Nash.
In Margaritaville, searching for a mile shaker salt. Some people claim but I know it's my own damn fault.
All right, Scotty, kill one, everybody. Wait, now I can unmute Dave. Dave, you can't do that. As a lead
I
singer,
know.
You can't sing 4 seconds after he sings. You know that,
We talked about latency, and I forgot about it.
Yep.
You just cranked into something that's such a fun sing-along.
It is, but you have to be in the moment, and you're not in the moment. You're too far away. But
no,
so
I know.
What's going on in your life? What's happening?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be with you guys. And everyone's got the tiki bar. And Nate, now you're a Floridian after just a couple days.
Absolutely.
So why not some Jimmy Buffett to start off the night, right?
Great choice.
Oh gosh, but I'm excited because I just got
Can't go wrong.
I just got the news from Jelly Rolls and from Disney that we're opening in mid-October. We've been closed since March of 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Scotty.
I'm going to be there in mid-October. I'm going to come see you.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Opening night, the three of us.
I don't know if I can handle the three.
Let's
One
go.
at a time.
Oh. So what do you drink it tonight, Scotty? I see you have a little beverage on the piano over there.
Yes, I've got a Bloody Mary because this is my go-to vodka drink. I love Bloody Marys. That's
nice.
Well, it's always a healthy choice.
Yeah.
It's got the antioxidants. You always got to be careful about the antioxidants, you know?
And you have proper garnish.
I'm excited
I always
for garnish.
appreciate garnish.
Yes.
Yeah, the garnish. So my wife did it. She's got
Wow.
the olive.
Oh, that looks tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Good
like
stuff.
alcoholic salad.
There you go. Yeah, a little bit of fiber too.
Although, not gonna lie, you always got to put one olive on each side of the celery just for an extra special touch.
Hold on. Okay, so we did it wrong. Did we do it wrong? Doggone it. Okay.
You need one olive on each side of the celery.
Oh man,
Celery.
Crystal.
Olive,
Wait.
celery, olive.
Crystal,
Crabby
Crystal.
Bloody.
I gotta know. Tell me about the Krabby Bloody. I know you got to do it in comments, but what do you do for a Krabby Bloody? Is it like you use Old Bay instead of using regular like Bloody Mary mix or what?
Yeah,
I'm
you
waiting-
write that. And while she's letting us know,
I'm
how
waiting
they
for the response.
Okay. Now we told you guys that we had a special announcement this week. We hyped it up. We've been working on some things for a long time, including getting Mr. Scotty to join us tonight for a very special occasion. We wouldn't want to waste Scotty's time. So note what Scotty doesn't know, okay, is that
Nice.
you like that? We have gone on an adventure. We have done it properly in Drunk Disney Dad's fashion, and I would like to let you guys in on our big announcement now. Drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they make it mixed already. Hang on, I'll find the brand. I got it at St. Michael's, Maryland. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Hold on to your pants. Hold on to your skirts, because this one is really going to hurt. We have formed an alliance with Scotty's Handcrafted Vodka. Woohoo! Handcrafted Vodka is official
Scotty,
vodka
the
of
official
the
vodka.
Drunk Disney Dads. So that's what we are drinking with tonight, folks. Isn't that exciting? I think it's very exciting. But what's even more exciting is the person himself who's going to speak to us now. Let's bring him on the show, guys. What do you think?
I'm excited.
Scotty Nash!
Scotty!
Hello.
What's up, Scotty Nash? Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us and becoming the official vodka of the Drunk Disney Dads. Thank you very much.
Thank you for tolerating us.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's perfect. Cheers to everyone.
Cheers to you as well,
Cheers,
my friend.
Scotty.
Yep.
Wait,
So,
I
folks,
can't even decide what to drink.
folks, you got to go out there and so we're obviously just local guys who just like to get online and just ham it up for you guys and give you guys something to do on a Sunday night for an hour. But we do take it seriously. Obviously, we have shirts. We come to you guys live all the time. When we're at Disney or walking around theme parks in general, Sean's usually the caretaker of that. But we wanted to let you guys know that we really do care about the community, and we wanted to bring something to you and show you that, you know, we love the support that you guys show us, and we want to support local as well. So that's why we have joined with Scotty Nash from Scotty's Handmade Vodka to just, you know, give it that one extra, you know, piece of a puzzle that we love to build all the time. So what are you drinking today, Scotty?
Here's you.
I have I always drink like that LaCroix stuff.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so it's a variation of a Scotty's and soda.
With this.
Yeah.
The
It's a
big
Scotty
bottle.
Goo.
It's like if you're gonna bring it home, don't bring the little bottles because I just run through them like
You go through it too quick.
Yeah, these little bottles don't last very long, Scotty.
No, I'm gonna have to send you another one.
Yeah.
Send you some fatties.
Well,
Go ahead, Dave.
I lost my train of thought already.
Scotty, what got you into vodka? Why vodka?
I was always like intrigued with that. I had actually sold the company maybe about 15 years back, and it was kind of on this journey to do things that I always wanted to do, and I did. Like I was like, all right, I want to do fencing, so I did fencing for a while.
Right.
Wait, like
fencing?
dueling
Yeah,
and sword fighting fencing.
like real fencing.
Oh man, that is badass.
And so, yeah, I did fencing for a while, and then I took up motocross racing. I built a Corvette in my garage from a thing that was totally falling apart. But one thing I really wanted to do was go to distillery school and learn how to be a distiller. So I did that, and I totally loved it. And when I left there, I actually went back to back then there wasn't like now. Now there's a lot more prevalence of distillery schools. And what I went to, it wasn't a distillery school. It was, I had called around to a lot of different places like, hey, can you teach me how to do this? And they were like, no. Or I called still makers, and they're like, yeah, we'll teach you how to use it, but you have to buy it. And it's about $1 million. So, I was like, all right. But one company that was from Germany was coming over to the US, and they make huge stills and very expensive ones. But it said, all right, we're going to go to Boston. We're going to be there doing install. If you want to meet us there, we'll teach you. I was like, fine, I'll meet you in Boston. So I went there. I stayed with them for about 2 weeks, learned a heck of a lot, but not enough. So I ended up going back to that distillery and said, like, look, do you mind if I like just hang out with you guys for like a month and work? And I'll work for free. You don't have to pay me anything, but I just want to learn. So I stayed there for about a month and learned a lot from them. And I came home and I built this commercial still in my garage. I mean, full top to bottom, really nice operation, and just decided like what I wanted to do. And I thought I just wanted to focus on one thing, because I thought a lot of the distillers, a lot of these small distillers out there, they'll do like 8 things. They'll do a gin. They'll do 4 different kinds of bourbons. They'll do, like a limoncello. They'll do all these different things. And I was like, there's no way that you could ever do all of these things super good. So I figured I got to focus on one thing until I can get it right and make it super good. And that was basically like the whole thing of just going from year to year. And it's like, I just knew it wasn't right, and just kept collecting more information about, how I can make it better and better and better. And I finally got to a point where I had all my friends like coming over to my house like every week going, hey, I need more of that, and then it was like, like I need cases of that, and so then I figured it was either I go and, legit, or I'll probably be shut down, by the feds at some point in time. I decided to just make it legit. And what was bad is right when I started, I started right into COVID, and actually Maryland had actually passed this law that, because everyone that I had set up to go into to sell in was like, oh, hold off, we don't know what's going on. And I was like, all right, that's fine. So I had all these cases stacked up. I was like, oh, I must have like, 500 cases there ready to go out and sell. And now it's like, well, I got to get rid of these things. So I put an ad on Facebook and thinking like, all right, well, somebody's going to want vodka delivered to their house. And I told people, it's like, I basically put the vodka, basically really low price, and said, I deliver it to your house for free. And usually could be there in under an hour, depending on where you were. Wow. And the orders were just like, I was like, well, like maybe I'll get like 2, 4. No, I was getting like 40 orders, and literally every day what I would do is go in, fill my car up with cases. And I knew my car held 34 cases of vodka. And, that means the front seat being full, back seat, trunk, everything. And I would just go to get coffee in the morning and then wait. And I knew the orders would just start rolling in. So then I spent my day just tooling around, all over different parts. And, I only did it in 2 counties, only in Montgomery County and Frederick County. And that was even enough. And it just, then it helped me get some name recognition out there, because people were like, wow, this is amazing. It's so good. Thanks for delivering it. And then when finally I went into Montgomery County, they were like, this is, they were like, this thing took off. And Montgomery County was super nice to me, helped me out because I was a local brand. And we went from, I think our first drop off for delivery was like 40 cases. And now I'm doing that 40 cases for a month. And now I'm doing 200 cases.
Wow.
Wow.
So
that is awesome.
Really moved along.
You were talking about the evolution of how you went from, learning about it and over this 10-year course. But did you try a bunch of different grains as your source, or did you always go with corn?
I tinkered with every part of it. Everything from the corn I used, from different parts, to the yeast I used. Yeast I found was a big factor. Enzymes I used. I mean, I mixed and matched everything down the line. That's what took so long, because I was like trying every little bit and piece of thing to see, all right, can I make it just a little bit better? Can I make it a little bit better by changing this? Can I make it a little bit better? And I would save samples from different things and label them all out, so I could go back and taste that against the previous one or 2 runs ago and say, all right, this has a taste that's also way back over here. I remember, let me taste that. And slowly I was just getting it better and better when I was learning different techniques, especially out of that school of Iowa, but basically just reading a lot. A lot of like the big distilleries, it's harder for them. What most people don't know is that about 95% of all the vodkas that you drink or have your option at the bar, unless they're foreign. If they're made in the U.S., there's a super good chance, about a 75% chance, it's made in Kentucky, or
vodka in Kentucky,
all made in Indiana. I mean,
vodka or Indiana?
Yeah, that's where Kentucky or Indiana. That's where they're all made, because that's where. Well, obviously they're made at the large bourbon plants down in Kentucky. Like Deep Eddy is made at Heaven Hill. What's that? Sky Vodka is made at Wild Turkey.
That is wild. I didn't know that at all.
New Amsterdam is made at Bardstown Distillery in Kentucky. I mean, because they have the physical ability to be able to produce at that kind of demand level that those people need. Now,
right,
what you gain with the ability to create that kind of production, you lose in, it's like a give and take. Yeah, I can pump out 10 million cases, but where does the quality go at that point? Because you can't do. I do things that there's no other distillery in the whole country does. I guarantee it, because I talk to distillers like every day, and no one even knows what I'm like. I even talk to them about these things, and they don't even understand what I'm doing. And it's hard to scale these processes up to that kind of level. Like, I wouldn't even know how I would do it. Like, if you said, all right, produce 1 million cases, and go through this process, I would be like, I wouldn't even know where to start with, on that level. They're good. They get it to a point, but they're like, I take it from that point and then take it to the next level from there that they can't really do. And
so, Scotty, I gotta say, it's a very smooth vodka. I've tried it with mixers with itself, and it's definitely a smooth vodka. Do you have plans to distribute this more nationwide?
Yeah. Yeah, it will. Well, it was funny because of the success I just got in that one county, because Montgomery County, as Dave knows, where he lives,
Yeah, it's notorious.
is actually controlled by the county. It's the only county in the state where the county has county liquor stores. You don't have liquor stores like around the town. There are 26 of them within the county, and that's the only place you can buy liquor. So they can control it and tax it and do everything for it.
Right.
But the one thing about that, it's like Pennsylvania and Virginia are the same way. But they're in the whole states, and this is just one county. But those numbers, because it's government organization, the numbers are public. So the minute I started screaming, out there, started selling more than Absolute in the county, like more than Stoli, more than a lot of like major brands. I had all the distributors knocking on my door going, hey, why don't you come over here with us? But the problem was, when I asked the question, why should I go with you? They were like, well, we're national, because the three big companies are all national companies. And, we'll get you into these amount of stores and we'll do this and that. And I said, but you represent this brand that I directly compete against in all the stores that I do. And I know you have a quota on those brands. These quotas, like I learned from inside guys, what these quotas are really vicious for them, because if they don't sell a certain amount of that, whatever it is Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, whatever it is in that county at that time, they don't get paid like at all. Or a lot of times, if they don't hit even the first number, they have to write a check back to Diageo or all the Constellation brands or whoever the big giant, person who owns the brand. Well, I'm just one little guy out there, and I don't have any power.
Right. So you get swallowed up.
Well, that's what my question was. I was like, all right, so you go into account, you're below on quota. You have X brand over here, which you have a quota on, and then you have me. Who are you going to sell? I said, and he was like, whoa, we're brand builders. I go, well, you're an idiot, because I would sell the other brand and not my brand all day long. I go, because that's just business.
Right.
And so that's when Anheuser-Busch contacted me, and I was like, this actually is pretty cool, because I'm like the only game in town with those guys. And they have tons of sales guys, where Republic National called me, that I would have gotten 5 sales guys for the whole state.
Right.
With Anheuser-Busch, I have like 240 sales guys for the whole state.
Wow.
And the problem is, well, that it's good, it's bad. This is what I'm learning, is that those guys know nothing about liquor, like at all. And they're really bad at selling it. So I have to go there and I have to train them and teach them how to sell vodka. And because all these guys have been selling beer for years, and they know everything about beer. They know nothing about vodka and know nothing about any liquor. So that's been the hurdle. But I figure if I can overcome that and learn how to train these guys, well, I'll have a massive force out there that could really go out and do a lot. But it's just, as I said, just overcoming like this first 6 months that I'm with them is learning, what works, what doesn't work, what motivates them, what gets them, those guys out there, what motivates the retail person to sell me, what motivates the bar to sell me. And, it's just there's a huge learning curve.
I'm sure.
Well, because I spent 10 years making it, not selling it. Now I'm on this. I have a mentor, a guy that is really, I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of Barefoot Wine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the guy that started Barefoot Wine is a guy named Michael Houlihan. And I was reading his book one day, and it was like really freaking good. He started that brand out of his garage, and now he sells, there are over 30 million cases sold in the U.S. every year. It's the largest selling brand in the whole U.S. And he started out his garage. I was like, this guy knows exactly of all the troubles I'm about to freaking run into, and all of the potholes and minefields that are out there. And I know he's stepped in about 4 or 5 of these things, going along the line, making all the mistakes. But I knew this guy had actually, bridged that gap and knew how to get from A to B where I was trying to go. So I just called him up and I was like, hey, I read your book. And I got all these questions. And he said, funny, he goes, all right, cool. He's like, let's have a Zoom call. And he goes, send me your questions. And so I sent him all these questions. And he basically goes, all right, you see these questions here? He goes, these questions are really good. He goes, I can tell you're serious. He goes, but these are third base rounding for home questions. He goes, you have not even gotten to first base yet. So he takes the questions. He freaking just throws them. He's like, let's talk about how to get you to first base first. And then we'll talk about those questions. I was like, all right. So he came intrigued with what I was doing. And now we Zoom call about every other week. And
oh, that's cool.
I tell him all the problems and things I'm going through. And he tells me all his things that he did to overcome those and things that work. And it's actually really cool because a lot of things he told me, he's like, look, stick to this plan, Like, because you're going to get pulled sidetracked, because you're going to see these little shiny things over here and you're going to want to, but just stick to this plan. And the plan has worked really good. In the 3 counties that we went into, I mean, we've already, we have, I think, 60 retail accounts now, and all of them are now just like doing at least 6 cases a month per account, and some are doing 20 cases a month out of those.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Months. So I don't want to interrupt you right there, but I know that Scotty Kilwine has got he's got a boogie soon, but I was hoping that he could play like a celebratory jingle jam that he's so good. He's so good at mashups and playing songs, and I'm sure he could come up with something right now that everybody's gonna love. And again, Scotty Kilwine's going back to work at Jelly Rolls. Jelly Rolls is opening in the middle of October, so if you're down at Boardwalk,
do we have an official date? Do we have an official date yet? When we say mid-October,
we don't have an official date. It's mid-October.
All right. We'll keep an eye out. I should be there.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Awesome. All right, Scotty, let's see what you can do. Let's see if you could shock the world right now.
All right, Nate, I'm going to mute me just in case I need to sing along.
Spot.
Thank God.
Let's see. Let's do a little. Let's do the old standard. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Around in the mood for a melody, you got us feeling alright. Really do appreciate the fact you're sitting here. Voice sounds so wonderful, but your face don't look too clear. So barmaid, bring a pitcher, another round of brew. Why don't we get drunk and screw? Why don't we get drunk and screw? I just bought an order and filling up for me and you. They say you are snuff queen, honey, I don't think that's true. So why don't we get drunk and out in the heart, you're too bad, don't give love a bad name. You give love
I think we need
Was
to
that
do
last bit dedicated to me?
I'm sure I heard that last night.
Scotty, for those that have never been to Jelly Rolls, like what is it? Is it a dueling piano bar or what exactly is it?
It's a dueling piano bar, and I'm telling you, it is right up your alley. It's just the best thing. It's adults only, and it's just the best adults only thing at Disney World. You know, Disney is known for its family entertainment, but we do a very unique thing, which is just sing along, pianos, and drinks, and we just have a good time.
Yes, we like all of that. Scotty, I want a backstage pass. I'm just saying, I'll do anything for it. I'll do anything for it.
Dave, you're in the green room right now. Like you can't get any closer than that, brother. So, Scotty Kilwine, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate your time. Thanks for giving us your time, and thanks for introducing Scotty Nash. So the Scotties are here.
I was so excited to be part of the Scotty connection. I call it an alliance. Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, Scotty.
All right, Scotty Kilwine, we will see you soon. We'll talk to you soon, and good luck with the opening of Jelly Rolls. And I'll come down and see you.
Can't wait to see
We'll be there.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. All right, guys. Cheers, Scotty.
Good night, Scotty.
He's always such a fun time. He'll take any two songs, and we've had streams before where he's come on, and when we did the thing for the cast member pantry, he was doing mashups. People were just saying two random songs. It would be like hip hop and heavy metal, and he would converge the two songs, and he could just never skip the beat. It was always just like spot on.
Okay.
Yes.
I just gotta say though, so he's not on right now, but we can still see him, and he just slammed his Bloody Mary, like hardcore slam that.
Oh hell yeah!
There it is.
He's gargling it. There he is.
You're back.
Slam it back. All right. Hey, wait, for telling Scotty, there's another reason why all this blends so well and why it's so fitting for Scotty Nash to be with us.
Wrong way, Dave.
Man, my bad.
Dave, he's
my
down
bad.
here.
Perspective. So, Scotty, last night we were talking. Scotty is a giant Disney fan.
Oh, yes.
We haven't even touched on that yet.
What better partnership than the drunk Disney dads?
Guess where he was on Christmas Day?
Was he at Epcot with me? Because that's where I was.
No, I was in Magic.
No, he was MK.
No.
So
on Christmas Day? Nice.
Yeah,
on Christmas Day.
It was so cold.
Was it not?
It was brutal, bro. It was so cold, man. It was brutal.
Freezing.
Yeah.
But that just kicks ass. I mean, that's why, knowing that there's a distiller that understands us.
Yeah.
And we found we cracked the code of how to get a bottle of wine out into the park in Disney. It's if you go to the what's the restaurant with Beauty and the Beast restaurant?
Yeah.
There are you order the giant glowing chalice there that comes with like a soda in it. And this is the waitress telling us to do this. Yeah. She goes, if you order that, and she goes, I'll dump the soda out for you. She goes, it holds exactly one bottle of wine and you can leave with it. I was like, oh, can we get two?
Not that I would ever do it, but this and this.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No, that's the way. And we have hinted to our viewers, because that's how I have to do it. I can't walk around Magic Kingdom all day and not, have a beverage. And being as though it's so limited,
we would never do that.
Yeah, I would never do that except for every time I'm there. But yeah, I drink a half a bottle of Powerade, sugar-free Powerade, and then I fill it up with now what will be Scotty's. That's the name way it is.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt. Now I have two questions I have that you guys might be able to answer. All right.
Okay.
So when I went to I rode on the Smuggler's
Run. Sure.
Run. Right. Okay. So normally I think that holds like 4 or 6 people.
6.
Right.
6. Yeah, 6. There's like two, two, and
maximum
2,
of
right?
6. Right.
And then
right,
it's
right.
like a driver and like a navigator and a something else.
Engineer.
Engineer.
Well,
right.
Well, because it was COVID, they had everyone spread out, and they just shoved Jen and I into that thing by ourselves. So I was like, well, where do we sit? You know, because we're
anywhere you want.
Well, they closed the door, and I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, we're supposed to like push buttons and stuff, and I know that there's some stuff, but I just was wondering if it's a better experience with 6 people, or did I get the same experience with 2 people? Because
you got
there
the
were
same
buttons in the back. I'm trying to like push.
Look,
like,
no.
What they do is,
Where did you sit? Did you end up sitting in as a pilot?
I sat in the second row, and Jen sat in the front.
So
okay,
gunner. You were the gunner, and she was the pilot.
Right. And then there was somebody behind me that did something, but they were like yelling for that person to push a button. So I'm like,
automatically will do
buttons.
Any position that's not actually happening will automatically take over. You just have to do your position,
your thing,
and
because our thing was like lighting up.
And again, there's like the computer recognizes if you have not engaged that, and they assume nobody's there. So it's a little bit slower, but because it gives you a pause of whether or not there's
just waiting
somebody
for the
there.
if the person's going to react or not.
Right. But
if it was a bumpy ride, that's your wife's fault.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's you'll have a more bumpy ride with it.
Never let a 9 and 6-year-old drive, because it will be a very bumpy ride.
No, they're awesome. Oh my god! Like my kids ran into everything. It was
Magic
awesome.
Kingdom. What's that? What's the Tomorrowland, whatever, where like the go-kart type thing?
The Speedway.
Yes, I never got whiplash so bad on that damn ride because my 8-year-old daughter driving it. Like,
dude, I was trying so hard.
16, so I'm afraid after that.
I was trying to get my kids to hop the rail. I was like, let's hit it. Just hop the rail, and you can't do it. By the way,
yes,
I tried real hard.
Yes, you can.
It was actually attempted.
I tell me how. How do you hop the rail? How do I create a cluster like accident?
I don't think this is something that they want us talking about, Dave. They don't want you like shutting down for 45 minutes.
I'm just saying. I was trying to have like the giant collision on I-4 with like the 4-hour delay.
Nate's been the only person. Nate's been the only one to get a DUI driving those go-karts.
All right. My next question is, what's the scoop on the new Ratatouille ride?
Oh,
I ride it next Saturday.
I'll let you know. I'm riding it Thursday, so I'll let you know on Thursday.
Oh, you guys kill me.
Because I think it's like been opening on a trial basis or something. But no. I'm not sure.
So this is Zach. Zach actually already rode Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Zach.
Yeah.
All right, Zach.
What's up? I rode it last week. It's very similar to if you've been to Universal Studios, a lot of their like screen rides that they have. It's very similar to that. Yeah. It's really cool though, honestly. Though one of the cast members told us that apparently there's a Pixar Easter egg in the first room right before you go into the kitchen on the right-hand side. We didn't see it, but I mean, hey, y'all keep an eye out for it, I guess. It's right when you're above the windows of the kitchen.
Gotcha.
I'm so excited to hit that thing, man.
Head, Zach, right now.
What?
You're looking good.
No, I know Zach looks like somebody who was summoned from Nate's seance.
Like this, it's like a face that just appeared from like the blackness. They're like fading.
I did see this past weekend 2 of the carts crash into each other. So
nice. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. I'm looking forward to it though. I heard it's like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yes, they have a lot more animatronics. This one's not as much animatronic.
Okay,
it's more of, like I said, if you've been to Universal and you've been on something like the Fast and the Furious, like screen rides, it's very similar to that. But it has the same track system as Mickey and Minnie, where it's like
I gotta say,
it's in like a mouse car, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm super excited for it, and honestly, it's part of the reason I want to go down in October.
It's really cool. I mean, I wouldn't wait more than about 30 minutes in line for it, honestly. Like, if you want my opinion, but it's really, really cool.
Dude, I've already been waiting like 4 years.
it's like you go over to that side of the park and you see it's always blocked off over there, and you're like,
It's like,
all right, already, come on, like
I know. Well, no, that's part of the reason I've been riding the Skyliner, just so I can catch a glimpse of the front end of it.
I just like riding a Skyliner, period. It's awesome.
I know.
So-
Nate, you got to appreciate the Skyliner, Nate.
I'm going to mute you again, Dave.
No.
I'll take you.
You know what really blows my mind is that Universal plans on building an entire new theme park in like 5 to 6 years, and Disney's still building Tron. Like, what the hell, gives?
Yeah, and Universal has Nintendo World like a good amount finished now. I mean, they've got a lot of stuff like going on over there.
That's also because when COVID hit, Universal didn't lay off their construction workers.
Right.
They actually hired more, and they built.
Right.
They're like a year ahead of schedule.
While it was quiet.
Tron is going to be amazing, though. Come on, man. Tron is worth it.
Yeah, Disney laid off all their
Tron is worth it.
construction workers during COVID. So
Yeah. Scotty didn't get laid off. Scotty made tons of vodka. Apparently.
I was going double time. I was an essential worker.
Scotty,
You are.
I know you said you're focusing on vodka right now, which is awesome. But someday rum will be great. But we'll stick with vodka. But have you ever thought about making flavored vodkas, like a citrus vodka or any other flavors?
Yeah, I have, and I've experimented with it. And actually, it's like I have had some, and I keep them kind of like over as like personal stash stuff. But it's like just to even produce enough, even to fulfill what I'm having to do right now. It's like it's difficult. And I've started to create, and basically the hard part is for me at the moment has been bottling. Bottling's been my bottleneck, and I ordered a bottling machine. I don't know. It comes from Italy and takes 8 months to show up, and I have to go to a class to learn how to use it. But that's going to take a while, and I have to get a new space because the thing is giant.
Wait, I gotta ask a question then. Yeah, well, no, we'll do that. I'm in for taste testing. So I have a question. You did something unique. You went with a stopper bottle or a cork type bottle instead of with a bottle cap. What was the reasoning?
And because when I first started making it, first of all, to make either a screw cap or what they call a ROP cap, that's like actually it's a machine that actually it's. When that foil that makes that cap goes down on there, it's actually just one piece, and actually a machine comes in and actually machines that whole shape in the screw part like all into it. And I wasn't about to buy that.
Right.
All right, so this is all in-house, and that's part of it.
But then this was just an easy choice when I first started, but it was just kind of a default thing when I was just doing it. And it was funny. Like as I was handing out samples, when I started getting better and better, and I was having people try it and see what it's like I mean, more than 9 out of 10 times, people would bring up the fact that it had oh my God, I love it that it has a cork. And it's like, well, what do you think of the vodka inside? But I love that cork. And so I was like, well, I better not change the cork thing now. It's like I'm going to disappoint half the people that freaking like it. Like all the 20 fans I had at that point.
All 20. All right. Well, here we go, Scotty. I have a question. Did you, when you read, we talked about Rise of Resistance last night. Yeah. And did you think of bribing the Empire with vodka? Because you might have had a smoother ride.
If I got a bottle with me in there, that would have been no doubt. I've been like, here, you look. What do you here?
Oh man, Nate,
ready to go?
We were talking about this. He missed out on like the initial, so he ended up with the second run, the 1 o'clock run.
Okay.
For Rise.
Well, they changed everything this morning. They changed everything on how you get the pass now.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
It was so hard because like the 7 o'clock I couldn't get, and then at the second one I got something like 8 o'clock at night. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah. And then it was like 8 o'clock at night standby.
Right.
But I think a lot of people by that time were like thinking they wanted to go on and they really didn't want to go. So we ended up getting called and got to go on like later at night. So but Nate, it was still awesome.
Fill us in. What changed today? Because that's important news.
Okay, so you now have to confirm your boarding group people by 7 a.m., then tap refresh right at 7 a.m. So it's not just you have to confirm the people that are in your party now. So it's not just as soon as the time changes, you just keep hitting the blue button until you get in. You have to now confirm your party, which takes another second or 3 for you to select everyone.
But you can do that before 7 a.m.?
Hold on. Oh God, I hate that. So do I. But Parker,
no, that's a big deal to know if it's at 7 a.m. or for before.
Yeah. Was this announced to general public or is this like travel agent stuff?
No. Nope. Guests simply need to find the joint virtual queue option in My Disney Experience 1 hour before the queue is available. They will then see an option to confirm their party.
Okay, so you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you can do it between 6 and 7 a.m.
Correct.
All right. So it's one more step.
Dude, listen, it doesn't even take that one step and people aren't getting it. Remember?
Yeah.
I've been
early enough
at 6:59:58 and hitting join, and it's sold out. You know what I mean?
No, my point is you started at like 6 o'clock.
Right.
You do it, you confirm everything at 6 so that you're ready to go at 7.
Right. And you can make changes anytime before the boarding groups open at 7. So if you do it at 6 and you have 4 people going and then one person has to go to the bathroom and just doesn't want to deal with it or, wants to Nate, then you can just be like,
Nate, you would totally rock the Rise of Resistance. It's fine.
Of course I would. I rock everything, man. Look at me.
I love that. That's
I love how you rock the rock and roller coaster. By the way, that's another thing. Is seriously, what are they going to do with Rock and Roller Coaster? Anybody have any ideas yet?
They're not doing anything with it. It's staying the way it is.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
Really? Okay. Because there was all this scuttlebutt this week, and yes, I said scuttlebutt, and I did mean butt. But there was all this talk about like how the contract was up. Universal has the catalog for Aerosmith. They're going to end up saying no.
It's the same as Marvel.
Well, it's not Universal Studios. People misunderstood that because it's usually WDW Today that does this stuff.
Yeah.
Clickbait. It's Universal Records has it, which is a completely different company.
Yeah.
No, it's a totally different division. I get that.
So Disney still has it. I don't know how long the contract is on it, but I know it's a long time.
Yeah.
So I thought the contract was actually up.
Tell me what you like about Disney. What gets you, hard?
Disney punk.
Rock hard.
Yeah. Like, what is it?
Like me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
You're the only Scotty here.
I don't know. I thought you were still on Dave.
No way.
I like it because as going there as a kid, like it was like bigger than life. I mean, it was like beyond like being like a kid in there, was just like everything was huge and incredible, and you didn't even know what you were going to come up to next. And it was just amazing. And having to take that and then basically recapturing that, even for adults, like say, like, like a lot of different rides or the Rise of the Resistance, it's to even capture that feeling as an adult, like when you go in there and you walk off there and you have, all those stormtroopers standing in front of you in real life, and you're walking up there, it's like mind blowing, right? When you walk through there to see that, and it's like that same thing again, like, you don't think your mind can be blown as an adult, and then like at a kids type theme park, and it is, and it's like that's the coolness of that whole thing, where they find ways to just really blow your mind, like in different places, in different areas. And even sometimes it's small things that you catch that is like the amount of detail put into everything is insane. And you can't catch all of it. But when you do catch some of it, you're like, that's really cool. That I really thought about that. And that's what I think it's kind of carried over for me, is like, from being younger to being an adult, that they could still, it's not going to, they used to have this place in Maryland. I don't know if you remember, Dave, it'd be like Storybook Land. You remember that?
Yeah.
Was like out in the woods.
The Enchanted
up in forest or whatever
now.
like that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it was like, even as a kid, you're like, this is pretty horrible.
Right.
You know? Yeah, but it was still kind of fun and whatever. And now as an adult, it's like scary. You know, it's like where people go in there to be murdered or something like that. But you know, it's like that. You know, it's a place that is just, you know, they've really thought it through from beginning to end for all the people that have grown up with it as younger to being older. That, you know, it still captures your imagination and really does, you know, a lot of cool things that you wouldn't expect it to. And I don't think any place else in the country where you can go to that can do that. You know, that it has that. And in fact, it changes constantly. It's not like you're going back to Mardi Gras 50 times and it's the same darn thing, you know, which is super fun, but it's just neat, you know.
With Disney, it's about the immersion for me.
Yeah.
That we talked about. We were touching on that a little bit last night. So Scotty, pick a park. I know we talked about Rise of the Resistance. You spent Christmas at MK. Pick a park though. Where are you stuck at?
Well, I mean, it's like all different. It's like, you know, I mean,
good answer.
You know, pick it. It's hard to say. It's like, well, I mean, you go to Magic Kingdom and it's like you walk around the corner and like, I remember walking around the same corner when I was 12 and seeing the same scene and the same thing that's imprinted in my brain.
Sure.
But it's the exact same. And it kind of really, it's a coolness to it that it's like you want to go back there and kind of relive that moment, and you can, you know, through all the different things that are there. And, you know, that's a super neat thing, you know. And then, you know, you go to things like, you know, Universal. I mean, the stuff there is just out of this world. I mean, the Tower of Terror is like, I love that. That was, I didn't even know what to expect with that. And that was cool. That was just,
neither does Nate. Nate doesn't know what to expect for that.
No, I just, my big thing, Scotty, is I don't do thrill rides. Like my body doesn't agree with them. My brain doesn't agree with them. I have an unbalanced equilibrium. So it's not, dude, boat rides, you know.
I got you.
I know what you're saying, Sean. He's unbalanced.
Yeah, unbalanced, right?
Clearly.
Well, can you do Rise of the Resistance? Because that's not really that much.
I haven't done it.
That's
my wife has. She's taken my kids on it and stuff. Our kids on it and stuff.
It's more
one day he'll do
more
it.
of a
immersion,
like a play. You know, I don't know what you'd call it.
Kind of
is. It is really fun.
It's entering really, the universe. It's a live action like entering the universe.
Ever experienced in it's nothing I've ever experienced in going into something that you think is a quote unquote ride, and it's not a ride per se. It's like multiple rides if you kind of
All right. Well, here's a big question for you then, Scotty. Okay, and shoot me straight here.
Yeah.
How can we get you into Disney and or Universal? How can we help facilitate that for you? Because we want that. We want you to grow. We want you to be big. Obviously, we joined with you.
Give me some. I gotta get my butt to Florida and talk to my 28 guys down there.
Gotcha.
And then with that, I'm gonna start to go out. But I have to. I have to. Let me conquer Maryland first.
All right.
You got places to stay down here, man. So
get through Maryland, but we want Florida next, so that when I'm on vacation, when I'm hanging out at Disney,
when everyone's on vacation, we want when everyone's.
I can still imbibe.
Everybody wearing a drunk Disney dad shirt, drinking a Scotty's vodka and soda, or a Scotty's vodka and fruit punch, or whatever they want.
Whatever.
That's what we want.
In the Tiki Bob mug.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Here's my advice though.
Everything. After Florida hit Wisconsin, they drink a lot.
Oh yeah. Actually, there's this digest that comes out every year that's printed by some statistical company. And I was surprised because they do it like not just consumption of a state, because obviously New York, New Jersey, California are going to have consumption rate because of popularity, but they do it like per capita.
Yeah.
And yes, Wisconsin is way up there. In per capita, they're quite high.
I'm from
They're-
Wisconsin,
they're-
and we definitely know how to drink. a
They're
lot,
they're
so.
they're right near the top.
That's my
And believe it or not, number one
Sean taught me how.
pound per pound is Washington D.C. is the number
Really?
one drinking place in the U.S.
Are you serious?
Yep, Washington D.C. is
I don't.
numero uno.
It doesn't shock me one bit that DC. Dude, it's
Yeah,
all
Washington-
politicians. It's all politicians and lawyers.
No, I'm just saying, like, just from my experience, I don't see it.
Washington D.C. It's because I think I don't think a lot of the people that are there, like Congress and politicians, aides, stuff like that, their residence they're not considered DC residents. So you have all these people from elsewhere in there drinking like crazy, but the population is only showing like the few people that live in Georgetown, Northwest, and some in the Southeast.
Yeah.
So it's not showing. This was my thought of it in reading the numbers, that it's kind of not real because it's counting a very low population base versus a high amount of people that are concentrated in there.
Right.
You know, going to liquid lunches, happy hours, getting on the metro and going home. Like I think there's a lot of that.
So, Scotty, what size bottles do you produce? Obviously, we know that you produce a 17-gallon bottle. It's right here.
Right, which is my favorite.
The 1.5, the liter, and the 750, right?
Yeah, that's I have, and I'll have 50 ml, the airplane bottles.
Yep.
Coming next. I'm just waiting for them to come in. It's supposed to be coming in on the 12th of next month.
We call those to go.
Once I have that, then I'm going to have the lovely ability to fill 20,000 of those.
Oh man!
And I will let you know how my insanity goes at that point.
If you could team up with an airline, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I actually had talked to the people on because Southwest has Deep Eddy as their thing, and so I actually was like, how do you get this? So I would had called Southwest, and basically, for the most part, they give Southwest that stuff for free. What they do is they basically give that to them in one area and for the airport, and then they rebate them back money. So it's basically, here, we're going to give you all this publicity here saying we're the official stuff of airlines, but they don't pay for the alcohol at all.
Right.
Sure.
So that's the
kind of like Disney,
that's the give and get. And this moment, I kind of need to get paid.
Right.
I'm not at the thing.
Cheers to getting paid.
100,000 mini bottles. In the state of Virginia also does the same thing that they asked me to do if I went on with them. They do Mini Monday in Virginia. And
what?
Yeah, Mini Monday. And if you go into any store and you spend more than $25, you get a free mini of whatever is.
Oh, Maryland hurts.
Mini Monday promotion.
Gotcha.
So they have 368 stores in Virginia. And I was like, all right, how many minis does that equal? I mean, I'm like, granted it's a Monday, so you're not super high traffic flow, but it's got to be a decent amount of minis.
Yeah.
Throwing out there. And I was thinking
Monday.
At least 10,000, I would think. I mean, I might be off.
At least.
That's a lot.
Yeah, because I don't think you get look.
Oh, we got to do another shot.
All right, shots.
So as we approach the 1 hour mark, Scotty, how can people find you? What can they do to get to you? I know we did talk about you're going to be expanding into other things once you can get all your T's crossed and I's dotted and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll get there. But moving out with just regular vodka first. But with Scotty'sVodka.com, then go there. But best way is to go to our Facebook page, and you can message me there. It's Facebook is Scotty's Vodka on Facebook, or I'm on Scotty Nash. You could look me up as Scotty Nash on there, and I'm holding a bottle. I'm like this in the front of the thing, so it's me.
Okay.
Let's hit his Facebook linked on Drunk Disney Dads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the other thing is Scotty is very prolific with his postings. There's stuff daily for that.
Only because Jen is very prolific with my posting.
Let's hear it for Jen. Hold on, his counterpart does a lot of the marketing stuff.
So everybody, once again,
I know you're watching, Jen.
Scotty Nash has been so helpful to us and so nice, and wants to join a partnership with us. We've got 3,000 of you that have been watching, and we want all of you to start buying Scotty's vodka. It's truly worth it. Absolutely,
really is. I've been a fan for a long time.
He was a fan before I knew him.
Here's to everybody out there. Scotty Nash, thank you again. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And also Scotty's vodka.com and Facebook page. Go like it, follow it, and all that stuff. Scotty's Vodka. Scotty doesn't know, but you know what? Now we know Scotty. So
yes, we do.
The puns. I just feel it tonight with the puns.
All right, Nate. I'm waiting on you.
All right, Scotty. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate everything. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Awesome.
We'll see you next Sunday. I'll have more light, but I'll still be.
I will not.
Have a good night, everyone. Hopefully, your Monday is going to go a little less hungover than mine, and we'll talk to you soon. Scotty, thanks
again.
Good night,
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Scotty.
Scotty's Vodka!